Well, in our elections coverage slot, South Africans living in Kenya have started voting at polling stations in the capital, Nairobi, for this year's national elections. Today is the day for about 30,000 citizens living abroad to cast their ballots, with London hosting most voters at 9,000, Dubai at 1,500 and New York at 605. Just over 100 South Africans living in Kenya are registered to vote at the High Commission in Nairobi. Polls open at 7 o'clock and are expected to close at 7 o'clock tonight. For more on news from Nairobi, we cross live to our reporter, Sarah Kimani. Sarah, a very good morning to you. We understand that the South African voters in Kenya are quite enthusiastic and they've already started to come through.
Yes, indeed. It's about 3 hours since polls opened here in Nairobi. A beautiful day. Early in the morning, it was a bit slow because it was raining. The rain season has started. But now, if you look behind me, they are streaming in, and they have been coming in for some time now. Most of them are couples, because most of the people who are sent, of course, outside of the country are families. And we have them here now coming in to cast their ballots. Quite some excitement. A lot of them saying that they do not take this for granted. The fact that it's Freedom Day in South Africa, and the fact that they can vote outside of their home, which doesn't happen for many African countries.
In those conversations you had with them, Sarah, what are the reasons for them living outside of the country?
Well, we have a big population of South Africans living here, some working here at the High Commission, others working in private companies. We have a lot of private companies here in Kenya. We also have a lot of consultants. We have people teaching at the universities. We have some who are actually married here, or some who have chosen to settle here in the country, some who have their children studying here. So various reasons, but most of them excited that they have this chance to cast their ballots. Not so many of them, though. Just over 100 are registered to vote here in Kenya. But if you look at the ballot box, it seems most of them are indeed coming out to cast their ballot, to exercise their civic duty and their democratic right.
In your conversations with them, what is the sentiment? Is this a proud moment? Is it something they feel proud to be doing? And what is their sense of where South Africa's democracy is going?
Indeed. A lot of them are excited, indeed, because it's a very small community. They seem to know each other, even with electoral officials, because electoral officials, as you would imagine, are not from the IEC, but they're officials at the embassy here. And so once somebody casts their ballot, they lift it up in the air, and you see them clapping and cheering each other. A lot of them we have spoken to say they're excited to be here. Most of them saying that this, for them, is an opportunity of a lifetime. Indeed, some of them are voting for the first time ever in the 25 years of South Africa's democracy, because like any other place, it's a young population in South Africa, just like everywhere else in Africa. So some of them are indeed casting their ballot today for the first time.
You say the process started about 3 hours ago. Have you had an opportunity to speak to the officials about their sense in terms of what time they will be done? Has a lot of people come through already, or are they going to have to stay until the cutoff time, which is 7 p.m. tonight?
Well, they say they will stay until the cut-off time, but indeed they know that the process or the numbers may end before that time, but they're saying that they will stick to the electoral laws, and so they will only close at 7 p.m. when everybody who is registered to vote has cast their ballot, or anybody who will be in the queue at that time will cast their ballot.
Sarah, thank you so much for that update. We will come back to you again later on for a further update. Sarah Kimani.